Before I start, I'm just going to ask a question, and I'm going to speak in French. Do you have translators? No? How long do you think you're going to live? Ma'am? Yeah? 120. You? Over 100. You? That's great average. You? 100? Wow. You? Mister? 80? Yeah, the average is something like that in America. You know, someone told me once a very funny thing. I'm going to live until I die. That's a good one, huh? I was just like, okay, that makes sense. Actually, the purpose of living is to have a life. So we are going to talk today about how to live, but at the end of the day, the referential we're talking about is 100. We say 100, we say 82, we say 90, but we're talking about dates, time, what is written on your passport or ID, and we're talking about some things that, mathematically speaking, you cannot change it. You cannot control it. It's time. What I just said, it's gone. The only things I can control in my life is my biology. I'm John, Jean, Juanito in Miami. And I'm a fan of biological age. For over 20 years, I've been a biohacker, and a hardcore biohacker. I'm 28. Why people are laughing like that? Come on. Yeah, thank you. I can take off my shorts, it's even better. Well, I have competition, Chris. And being a biohacker, like Chris said before, it's actually very, very exhausting, because the process of being a biohacker is something that is demanding. You are doing everything to optimize your life, and this is the goal of it. Like, a biohacker wants to optimize life, wants to reduce biological age, and at the time I started, I was so obsessed by tracking all the data, getting results, trying to optimize. I'm not the biohacker that most biohackers come from, a struggle. I was not coming from a struggle. I was struggling to be better. I was struggling to perform better, to have a better brain, to have a better performance physically, mentally, and everything. And I was tracking everything. And remember, 20 years ago, AI doesn't exist. The most advanced AI at that time was my microwave, trying to find out the weight of the meat that I want to cook. And actually today we know that microwave is not even good. So I was looking at my sleep analysis, I was looking at everything, tracking, working out, 6 meals a day, not fasting at that time that much, came after. And I was putting everything on Excel sheets, because the tracker at that 20 years ago were like Fitbit, Garmin, and things like that. And I did pretty well. I reduced my biological age by 30%. So you can say, woo! I say, I can do better, because I'm obsessed, because I want to go further, because I want to go to a better level. And what happened to me? I got addicted. Biohacking, with all the benefits, create addiction. When you start having wearable and you measure your heart rate, your HRV, the number of feet you do, the steps you do, and the day after you don't do the number of steps, what happened to your brain? Your brain got like, I did only 9,886 steps and I had to do 10,000. This is counterproductive. This is going against your biology. And this, instead of improving your age, your biological age, goes the reverse. Why is that? Because biological age is related to inflammation of your body. So, I was lucky enough in 21 to sell my company, and coming from Canada, so I'm French, but I lived in Canada. You know, all the bad things happen to everyone. Shit happen in life. And I moved to United States, and I found out that there is another approach to have in life that maybe you don't have to be extreme on everything you do, but you have to understand how you work, how your body works, and what's the answer you can have. And this comes down to some things very simple. Circadian rhythm, ultradian rhythm. Anyone knows? Chris, you know. Anyone knows except Chris what is ultradian rhythm? No? Circadian, yes. No? Okay, circadian, like light in the morning, no light at night, sleep pattern, wake up and sleep. This is the circadian rhythm, 24 hours. Ultradian rhythm is based on your cellular level, the way that your cells are working on certain cycle. And we found out in science that actually why your brain cannot stay in focus more than 90 minutes, it's because of the ultradian rhythm. So we come down to our society today. Our society is based on going to work from 9 to 5, but that doesn't work either because no one in this world can stay focused for more than 90 minutes. So we should be working 90 minutes, go for a walk, and work another 90 minutes, or not. This is the beauty of the COVID, huh? Yeah. And I understood that when you break down the clock of your body, this is where you're getting older and not younger. So you need to fix the broken clock of your body itself. What is biological age? I'm talking about that since the beginning, but what is it? Can someone answer that? You know it. You know? Don't look back, it's you. The age of your body, okay. Any other answer? Cellular level? Yeah, that's a good one. You want it? Yeah. The telomeres length, it's related to that. You are right. So to make it simple, in simple word, not going deep into science, biological age, the contrary of chronological age, is the overall state of your body, the overall state of inflammation of your body. The more we get old, the more our body gets inflamed and oxidized. So what do we need to do to counter that is to reduce the inflammation of our body. But the problem in our world today is that biological age can be improved by sleep, diet, lifestyle, and everything, but it can be going the other way, opposite way, by having an overweight, a BMI, stress, infection, bad diet, and all the food and mold, infection, and everything that you can see in our society today. Someone can be 56 and be 28. Someone can be 37 chronological, like Chris said before, but be like in the body 42 or 50 or whatsoever. So what should we do is like we don't care much about the age today on paper because I'm telling you, in less than 3 years from now in America, when you go when you're going to go to the bank and you're going to ask for a loan, and you're going to go to insurance and you're going to ask for life insurance, those companies will go like, what's your biological age? Because if you're 37 and you want a loan on 20 years, but your body is 50, you're going to go like, But if you're the other way, you're going to, yeah, here's the money, here's the good rate. We're going to talk 3 years from now, and then we'll see if I'm right or not. So how do we measure biological age? That was one of the answers before. Telomere length and various technology. The old method was actually measuring VO2 max, grip strength, and walking speed. The more you get old, the more you walk, like that. The younger you are, the more flexible you can be. So, today, we have technology, we have biochemistry, and biological tests, epigenetic clock, telomere lengths, like you said, blood biomarkers, and glycans. Glycans is one of the most recent technology to measure biological age, but it turns out that is one of the most accurate one as today. The variable and the interferences are the smallest, so you have less chances to get wrong on your biological age. Not going into the science, keeping back my breath. I'm not going into the deep science on how we do it, because I don't want everybody to sleep here, even if sleep is good. But glycans, briefly, is measuring some sugar molecules that are fixed on your hematocrites, so the red blood cell. And the more they get oxidized, the older you are. The overall state of your body, as I said before, inflammation-wise, is measured that way. The influence on that is, how can we reverse it? It's good to be a biohacker. It's good to go on hyperbaric chamber. It's good to work out. It's good to eat healthy. But you can beat the genetic. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. You cannot change your lifestyle if you're not dedicated, like you said, Chris. Like, you have to put the energy into doing it, and you have to have activities. But biological age is directly related, that was a bit too fast, to chronic inflammation. And chronic inflammation need to be controlled. How do you do that? How can you control the chronic inflammation? What can I do to control chronic inflammation? What should I do? Yeah. Lifestyle, diet, yeah. Workout, it's a great one, yeah. Sleep, number one. Diet, stress, injuries, infections, poor sleep, gut health, number one, factor number one, gut health. Of course, chronic disease, no activity, toxins, but the most important factor for oxidative stress in your body is the $1 million question. No, it's part of it. Mindset, it's part of it. Bam! Anxiety. Absolutely. Anxiety. Anxiety is number one factor to accelerate your speed of aging. Anxiety. And unfortunately, women are more influenced and subject to anxiety. 20% of this group here suffer anxiety. 20%. And 100% experience stress. A life without stress is a life for longevity. This is the factor number one to control, to reduce oxidative stress in your body. Because anxiety first goes on your gut microbiome, hormonal imbalance, immune system, you get sick all the time, and cardiovascular disease. I think that 3 out of 5 people will die from some things like that before the age of 82 in America. So the time, as I said when I started, some things that we can control, but the oxidative stress that we put on our body, we can and we should, and this is the only way to do it. So I go back to the question, how long our body is designed to live? When we started, we said, I want to live 100, 120, 130, whatsoever. Does anyone know how our biology is designed? What is the age that are, in theory, in a perfect environment, like I live in a bubble with the perfect environment, no stress, nothing, how long should be living? I should be living for what? 100? 105? 80? 250? Are you on the stock exchange? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, sold. Yeah, well, I like optimism. It's a good factor for longevity. But the reality is that our biology is designed to live from anywhere from 120 to 130. This is approximately how our body is made to live. Today, with the technologies and the power of science we have, our biology in a perfect environment should allow us to live up to 127, 130. But the problem is, like, we live only to 78 for men, 82 for women in America, and we have 40 years that are gone somewhere. Where? On the auction? No, that's a good question. It's because we have anxiety, we have stress, we have so many factors that influence our biology. And we need to change this concept of how we live before we go into biohacking. So you need to find the right settings, and you need to find one of the most important things in life, ikigai, your purpose. Like having a life that serves the community, yourself, the work, your kids, your family, and everything. And I found that when I moved to this beautiful city, Miami. I really found my purpose. I found an environment that is just like Zen. I'm at my highest state of Zenness today, just because you're here. How I did that, it's because I have way less anxiety in Miami than I had before. But what I do in Miami, before I go to biohacking like I was a biohacker extreme, I use the power of nature. The power of nature. Someone came to me and said, like, what are the best supplements to reverse age? What should I do? Should I go hyperbaric chamber? Should I do cold plunge? The same question you had, Chris, actually, before, after workout. Sauna, before, after workout. At the end of the day, who cares? If you don't go out and look at the sun when it's rising, when it's before 10 a.m., if you don't activate your brain, if you don't breathe, if you don't meditate, if you don't take the time to be with yourself, if you are not capable of being with your own person more than 10 minutes, this is the average, 12 minutes people can stay with themselves. I can stay 2 hours every morning with me, myself, and my thoughts. And I do that as a routine because this is the only way. When you build up your baseline with those things, then you can add on. But without those things, sunlight, diets, meditation, physical activity, social connection, like today, cold shower, love it, and stress management, your 90% baseline doesn't exist. Take all the pills, all the supplements, stay in the cold plunge or in the sauna. If you haven't done those basic stuff, you're doing nothing, but nothing at all. And you're not going to reverse your biological age. You're actually going to go the other way, the opposite way. I don't work out like the beast. I do calisthenics. I don't lift weight. It's not saying the muscle, but it's muscle that goes only one way. And we need flexibility when we get older. So, like Chris was saying, you need to do weightlifting in a way and running and make variation in your workout. Me, I'm putting variation in my workout by doing calisthenics. So, what is calisthenics? This. Going to show off for 2 minutes. You're okay, guys? Wow. Yeah, every time I look at myself, I have the same reactions. I know, let's do it. But I found in the process of going against the odds for reversing my age, I found that this type of exercise actually brings your brain-body connection to a level that is very different than just doing one type of exercise. You need variation in your exercising style and routine. This is cool. Yes, so here's the thing. By doing these things, working out and everything, you actually went too fast because that's my last slide. But I'm going to answer you in a minute. By using those things, what I found, I went deep into the science behind it. I'm a scientist by formation. Gymnasts live longer than others, 8.5 years, something like that. 8.2 years. So, and sumo live the shorter, minus 8.5 years. It's just because, like we said before, you have a combination of aerobic and anaerobic activities, and that contributes just like to the better health and better longevity. So, to answer your question, my pace of aging it's gone. My pace of aging is 0.5 years. I reduced it by 50%. And I'm steady at that level for the last 18 months. I'm not celebrating my birthday, but I'm not even going like growing calendar and biological age. For now, I'm steady. I'm staying steady there. I know that it's not going to last forever because it's biological, but 0.5 years, I haven't spent $3 million a year like my friend Brian Johnson. I don't even spend that much. I don't take too much supplement. I'm trying to take the minimum ones, the usual one, and pretty much the same. And I'm using technology with care. See? No trackers. No worrying, nothing. But I can tell you what is my heartbeat right now. I can tell you if my stress level, my cortisol level is there. I have this proprioception knowledge of my body because of the whole process I've been going through, and I've learned from tracer, trackers, data, and everything. So you need them, but you need to make the effort after to understand your body. It's like using your GPS when you want to go to the corner shop, and you know exactly where he is, but you're going to put the GPS, just because you don't want your brain to think about, right? So the technology is here just to serve you, to help you to get there. The supplements are there to go further than what the food can bring you, not to replace your food. Don't go to the extreme saying like, I'm not going to eat fish, veggies, but I'm going to take powder and put some water into it and it's going to be fine. You have to go through the process of getting the right elements into your body. And if you need, and if you lack some vitamin, minerals, and others, take supplements according to what you need. Not just like blindly, oh, someone said like, I should take, I don't know, NAD. I'm going to take NAD. Oh, the other one said like, I should take magnesium every day in the morning and at night. Do you need it? Maybe not, maybe yes. So be mindful on what you do. And then improve. Someone said mind. This is so important. Improve your mind and your mindset. Do meditation. Try some tools like Neurovisor, BrainTap, and all these technologies that are out there in the market to help you to get better and align. And after that, when you have built up those things, when you went out for a walk after a meal instead of taking a pill to digest, when you have done all these things, go to hyperbaric chambers, cryotherapy, and do those biohacking stuff. They're going to take you further, higher, but not before, okay, remember. And then you can still measure the results. The objective of that is to put you in the state where you know your body so perfectly that even when you lack some elements in your body, you are capable of filling them. Like 2 years ago, I was feeling like there is something wrong with my body, and I was feeling like a taste of metal in my mouth. And I was lacking iron, as simple as that. Took some blood sample, and I was right, and started to supplement iron, very low dose, fix it. But of course, it takes a certain time to get there, but it's possible. It's possible because the power of our mind has no limit. We are so limiting ourselves by what we read, what we hear, the speech we go to listen to. You have to make the work to think like, okay, how far can I go with this mind? How far can this mind control my body, my behaviors, my relationship, my sleep, and everything? When you make that work, life is beautiful. Honestly, life is fantastic. Yeah, so yes, of course. I do every year a full body MRI. I don't want to be facing in few years, but not knowing my internal biology, that I have a cancer stage 1 starting there. If I had to have something like that, I want to know it before, so I can act, I can change my diet, I can adapt stuff, I can cure before, because medicine is good in a way, okay? We cannot say that everything is coming from medicine should be rejected. It's the contrary. I'm super happy to have something curing disease or other things, but I'm against taking a pill because you want to digest. Take a freaking walk. That will help you digest. Yeah. And don't take that pill because it's easier, and stay on the sofa with potato chips and Netflix. I don't watch TV, by the way, because it's a waste of time. It's a waste for your brain. And what I say is just like, I love biohacking. Biohackers magazine is our magazine. But in the word biohacker, there is an insult somewhere, because we want to hack. We want to hack biology. And biology, as a scientist, I can tell you, cannot be hacked. it can be improved only. You can only improve it. You cannot hack it. So I thought about another word to explain what I'm trying to explain here, and it came down to lifespanning. It's probably going to be in the dictionary soon, but lifespanning is a new word. And what is our objective here? Changing our trajectory from the fact that we live and we go to 80 and we die super fast. We change the trajectory and we go to 250 to the gentleman out there. Sold. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you.